The rebirth of Angela, the Solara legacy. The soul's second chance. In the wake of the Dark Kingdom's ash, a soul was cast into the winds of fate. Reborn in the sun-drenched vales of Solara, she was named Alina. Raised by humble farmers, she spent her childhood filled with the scent of hay and the warmth of a sun that never felt quite enough to chase away a deep, phantom chill in her bones. The turning point arrived with the Festival of Gold, where King Lucien, the Sun King, first laid eyes on her. Unlike the kings of her forgotten past, Lucien's power was radiant, yet his eyes held a hollow yearning that mirrored Alina's own. The pull between them was magnetic, a recognition of the soul that neither could explain. As Lucien began a persistent, courtly pursuit, the shadows of the past began to bleed into Alina's waking life. Dreams of black stone walls and a weeping man calling her NG began to tear at her sanity, making her fear that the king's love was merely a gilded cage. The ghost in the forest. The climax of her internal struggle occurred in the whispering woods of Solara. There, the veil between worlds thinned, and the spirit of Taehyung appeared, not as a prince, but as a scorched remnant of a failed era. He delivered a chilling ultimatum: the curse was active. If she rejected the Sun King, as she had rejected him, her soul would splinter for eternity. Terrified and weeping, Alina faced Lucien as he knelt in the clover, offering her a crown and a life. She realized then that running was no longer an option. To run was to stay a prisoner of the past, to stay was to finally build a future. She accepted his hand, and in that moment of yes, the jagged edges of the old curse began to smooth into something new. The Queen of the Sun. Lucien's love was unlike anything the House of Shadows had ever known. It was obsessive, yes, he desired to know her every thought and guard her every breath, but it was fueled by devotion rather than control. He did not lock her in a room, he built her a throne. Their wedding was a celestial event, signaling the end of the long winter of Angela's soul. On their first night as husband and wife, Lucien made a vow that redefined her existence. He didn't want to own her, he wanted to be her partner in all things. His touch was a healing balm, erasing the memory of the slap from a previous life and replacing it with worship. The flowering legacy. The years in Solara were marked by the laughter of 4 children, each a living shield against the darkness of the past. Aurelia, the eldest, carried the strength of a queen. The twins, Selim and Solan, brought joy and mischief back to a bloodline that had forgotten how to play. Little Serafina was the image of her mother's hard-won peace. Lucien remained a possessive husband, but it was the possessiveness of a man guarding a priceless treasure. He spent his nights whispering promises into Alina's hair, ensuring that the shadows of Jungkook and Taehyung could never find her again. Alina, once the daughter of shadows, died an old woman in the arms of her king, surrounded by her children. She never fully remembered the Dark Kingdom, for the light of Solara had grown so bright that the shadows simply had nowhere left to hide.